Alright, let's talk about regular show again. More specifically, let's talk about Rigby. Now I know Rigby redeemed himself. He got with Eileen, he graduated college, and he lived happily ever after. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about his fuck-ups and every time he pissed us off when he was on screen. Kicking it off with Wall Buddy. The room is filthy, but Rigby isn't worried about it. He wants chimichangas. They leave and Benson and Skips go to Mordecai and Rigby's room to look for his phone and bro spazzes out. They come back and Benson tells them to clean his room or he's kicking them out.
Well, Mordecai's even worse. Look at all his junk in the corner.
Dude, that's my bed.
Rigby literally goes out of his way to not clean the room. First of all, where did the clothes even come from, bro? You're naked all the time. So Rigby comes up with the only logical solution. Stuffs everything in Mordecai's stuff. I mean, like, the room is technically clean. Mordecai's not falling for it. Rigby asks Thomas to clean his room and he sees a commercial for Wall Buddy to divide the room. He divides the room in half and Wall Buddy creates chaos throughout the park. All of this because Rigby was too stubborn to clean up his mess. Next is Do Me a Solid. So basically Mordecai and Rigby are trading solids. It's basically asking each other for favors that they have to do. Skips tell them they shouldn't abuse the power of the solids. And if you know anything about regular show, then you know nothing is regular. Pretty much is about to happen. They go to the cafe and Eileen asks Rigby on a double date and he's not interested.
Idiot. Why'd we have to come on her shift?
Asshole. Mordecai begs him to do the solid. It's actually really sad, but he's a simp, so that's to be expected. He agrees for like 10 solids. Rigby literally embarrasses him the entire time.
Needs to cool down.
Yeah, Rigby was an ass the entire episode.
Why are you using your solids to ruin my date with Margaret?
Watch what else I can do with my ice cream sandwich.
Mordecai, I think I'm gonna go soon.
Oh yeah, Muscle Man showed up too. So Rigby whispers to Mordecai to do the final solid and he doesn't want to do it and the house completely breaks apart and everyone is begging him to do the solid. Margaret tells Mordecai to do it and that she did Eileen a solid by going on the double date, which by the way, damn. He ends up doing something that's clearly over the top and embarrassing since they wouldn't show it, but Rigby made sure to record it and show everyone after. Next up is temp check. Mordecai and Rigby finish mowing and Benson is being an ass. He says it's an inch too high. Rigby is pissed and he wants to hire a temp to do his job. He interviews people and they're all into pyrotechnical for some reason, and this guy...
No, but I do like this.
He meets Doug, who tells him all of his life he wanted to become somebody, which is very important by the way, and Rigby hires him immediately. Doug is very grateful. Rigby pays him scraps and Doug is loving it. However, Rigby starts noticing Doug is trying to literally become him, like he's trying to become Rigby. He tells Mordecai and he thinks he's playing. Rigby goes upstairs and confronts Doug.
I'm finally becoming somebody. Besides,
I'm more Rigby than you ever were. Or will be.
No one could tell them apart and they put them both through a series of tests. Mordecai, however, was able to tell Rigby apart in the end, and Doug got arrested.
Wow, what a windbag. I thought he'd never shut up. I can't believe you guys thought Doug was me. You must feel like idiots. Am I right?
Next is Don. Benson calls everyone in for an emergency meeting.
The park is being audited. Pops tried to pay the park's taxes with lollipops.
Oh.
But I gave them more than enough!
This is serious, and Benson asks if anyone knows someone.
I know someone you can help.
If you say your mom, you're fired.
My mom?
Get out!
It was worth it!
Mordecai mentions Rigby's brother Don, who Rigby doesn't like. The only reasoning behind Rigby not liking Don is everyone giving Don a hug at his birthday party. Benson tells him to get along with Don or he's fired. Don comes and everyone loves him except for Rigby, of course. He doesn't give Don sugar, which is like a hug. And Don leaves and he tries to do the taxes, or taxis is what Rigby is calling it. Rigby causes the audit and everything is disappearing and being wiped away. Rigby goes to Don and we learn that Don always wanted to be like Rigby, and in the end he saved the park. You know, after Rigby gave him some sugar. Next up, Skip strikes. The gang is out bowling in a tournament. Skip seems to be the best player on the team. They're going to the finals and they're up against the magical elements. Rigby starts talking crap to Death.
You and your lame matching uniforms. I'll bet those aren't even...
Skip's head to the bathroom and Death tells him to drop out of the tournament or he's telling his secret. Well, the secret must be pretty serious because he ends up dropping out.
Okay. Next on the agenda. Losing, and how to deal with it.
Rigby talks them back into it, and they get Pops on the team. They learn that the real reason why Rigby got them back into it is because he wagered the team's soul on a stupid bowling ball full of other people's souls. Skip burns all of his bowling memorabilia except his photo album, and he comes to the team's rescue. And he wins them the game, and we learn that Skip's real name isn't even Skips, which I guess that was the secret. His name is like Walks. Last but not least, the regular show movie, and I know you guys know this one. Mordecai and Rigby's future self apparently created the Time NATO, and it has to be fixed. Rigby comes from the future to tell everyone that in high school they created a time machine that is being controlled by Mr. Ross, their old high school science teacher. He tells Rigby he has to tell the truth and go back in time and stop the time machine from being created, and then he died. Rigby is apparently harboring a secret from Mordecai that completely alters time. Also, if they don't go back in time and deal with it, then the universe will cease to exist. The next 30 minutes are a blur. It's what happened after. We learn that Rigby got rejected from College U, and he is saddened by the news and he spazzes out.
What if he got rejected too?
He forged Mordecai's rejection letter, and it is the saddest thing. So Mordecai comes up with the idea of finishing Mr. Ross's time machine and going back in time to tell his future self to get better grades. They go to stop their future selves, and Ross make Rigby read the letter, and it's honestly the most horrible thing I have ever heard.
We regret to inform you that you have not been accepted into this fall's freshman class at College University. The admissions committee simply could not find any reason to include you in our enrolling class. We hope you can understand our situation, if you can understand this letter at all. Mordecai?
I can't believe you, Rigby. All this time you were lying to me? You're the reason I'm stuck in this dead-end job!
Well, I'm stuck too. Who better to be stuck with than your friend?
You're not my friend. All you've ever done is hold me back. And I'm the idiot for not seeing it until now.
What do you guys think of Rigby? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you went on to enjoy the video, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notification bell so you won't miss another video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.